4 today? Oh, no, he's there.
We only have two.
I see. He was hiding. In
Oh, remember something.
John must have hiding.
This is yours?
Yeah, it's my.
I must have left it downstairs. Huh? Yeah, I got it. I'll be fine. I'll wing it. Listen, I got my guys. I got my wingman.
Yeah.
Huh? All right, good afternoon, everybody. We're gonna get started with our zoning meeting here. Have a quick agenda tonight. Our first thing on our agenda tonight, though, is gonna be our decision for the West Hampton Beach Golf Club. And Tony, thank you very much for that. That's awesome. We have a written decision to go ahead and approve that variance. So I'd like to make a motion that we accept that decision as written.
I'll second.
Second by Jimmy. We'll all in favor with that one?
Aye.
Okay. So that was easy for you, right?
And just so the record reflects it, it also includes a negative declaration because it is subject to seeker.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we go right into our holdovers. And our first holdover, Mr. Hume, is going to be Glenn Edwards at 6 Lake Way. Originally, the applicant seeks variances from 197.6C to construct a 2-story addition with proposed lot coverage of 25.8% of the lot area, where the maximum permitted is 20%, and from 197.6D for proposed side yard setback of 18.3 feet, where the minimum required is 30 feet. And Jim, I know this has been a while since we've been here,
Yes.
so we'd like to kind of get refreshed.
Sure. So this is a property on the very end of 6 Lake Way. It abuts and actually includes some wetlands. And so we have to deal with the fact that although the property is a full acre and what we're proposing would meet the requirements of that full acre if we were given credit for the full acre, but we do have an upland area of about 33,000. So we're losing about 7,000 square feet because of the wetlands. The existing lot coverage is 22.2%, and the existing setback on the side that we're proposing the addition is just a second. Is about 33 feet from the line as required by the code.
Go with that again.
The existing setback is 33 feet, and so one of the variances we're asking is a reduction of that setback. It's 33 feet on one side and it's 65 feet on the other side. So because of the wetlands, the house has shifted over. So we're not even close to the minimum requirement for the total wetland,
So it's 33, saying 33 feet is what you have now.
which we have right now.
And
Yes.
what's required?
What required is 30.
So you're okay right now?
We're okay right now.
Okay.
But because the house has shifted over
What's the
and
18?
because of the wetlands and because of the reduction in available land in order to calculate the lot coverage, and because we can't really put the addition that we want on the wetland side of the house because we have DEC and other issues on that side. We're looking now and we've reduced it somewhat in scale. We're looking now to put a 567 square foot addition on the west side of the house, which would take us to lot coverage of 24%. And we have moved it back a little bit so that we're now at 20 feet instead of the required 30 feet in our most recent submission. Now, the addition at one end is only 14 feet wide, so it's not a very big addition, and it certainly doesn't run the entire length of the house either. So it's admittedly this is a large house, but Because of the wetlands, there's no basement, and, some of the features we could have put in a basement if we could have a basement. There's a small media room proposed for the first floor, and a bedroom and a bath, and a bedroom and a bath proposed for the second floor. Now, there is a elevator tower also, which is about 18 feet setback, but the rest of the addition is at 20 feet.
Okay, so it's the elevator. That's,
Well, no, the requirement is 30 feet, so
yeah,
even
but
at
you have
20
an
feet.
elevator at 18. That's gonna be
The, yeah, the elevator is at,
That's what I was
is
looking
at
That's what you're talking about, the 18 feet.
Okay.
18 feet, 18 and a half feet, 18.6, 18.5 feet. And if we were to calculate the lot coverage based on the full 40,000, we'd be right at 20%. So it's the fact that we're losing some downland, if you will.
got
And
But we've seen other variances. We've been down these roads
Right.
before where we can't, the reality of it is, that's what it is. And you have a house now.
well, that's why we need a variance. I
Oh,
grant
no,
you
that's
that.
why we're
yes,
here. I got
yes.
that. But, when we look at this, I said, because I looked on, online it said this house is over 7,300 square feet with 7 bedrooms and
I don't know about that. Well, could be.
4 bathrooms,
31,
7 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. So what's driving this
Growing
expansion?
family, kids, grandkids.
Yeah, but
He was
we
looking at
know
buying
with
another
big
house to
houses
house
like that.
the family.
family, unfortunately, we know we can't drive it with a family.
Right.
Plus,
Right. No, I understand that, but people are desirous of larger and larger houses here.
I know you already have the biggest house down there.
Yeah,
One of
but
them anyway,
but
and
I,
it's pretty big.
I understand what the rule is, but I think it has been compelling for this board in the past that this property is affected by wetlands that other properties of a similar size are not,
Well,
and that you have granted some level of relief.
sure.
Right now we're not at 20% now. I don't know if this is because the wetland line had moved or whatever. We're at 22.2 right now, so we're only increasing by another 1.7 percent over.
Is that
what's
what the
existing.
increase is over what you have now? Is
1.8%? Yes.
1.8%.
Yeah, over what we have right now.
Okay.
So we've tried to minimize this as much as we could and still get the function and the expanded use that our client believes, my client believes that he needs for the manner in which he wants to use the house.
Right. And what he wants to use it for is maybe different from what we want to use it for.
Well, true.
Okay,
But I
we-
don't know that there's any great.
What is he going to use it for? What's going to go?
Well,
in
there's a
there?
media
Because I
room on
have
the
all
first
this-
floor and
a media
and
room.
a media room, a TV room, and a bedroom on the second floor, and then a new bathroom on each. And some of the coverage exists to allow this addition to be attached back into the house, so to a hallway that's internal to the house.
And there's gonna be an elevator?
Yes.
And how tall is the tower?
I don't know, but it'll meet the height requirements for the village, so.
In terms of like minimum variance necessary, right? I mean,
Yeah.
one of the times I kind of remember we talked about sort of discussing each specific aspect of it because like looking at the floor plans, there's a laundry on the first floor, laundry on the second floor, a closet in the hallway on the second floor, an extra powder room on the first floor. It's like that all of it's forcing that elevator shaft to be an extra 2 feet out.
Right.
So it's like I understand the idea of the media room and the bedroom, but then you got these extra spaces that are adding up to a decent amount of
Well,
space
if-
and pushing that elevator shaft.
Right.
2
Well, I mean,
feet.
we could certainly look at.
Like where is the current laundry? If you need a laundry on the first floor and a new laundry on the second floor,
Well, it's not in the basement because we don't have a basement.
I know, so where is it? Like why is that? That's adding to a little bit. I mean, everything counts, right?
Right, yeah,
when
oh, no,
you're-
no.
when
I
you're
mean,
in a
I
variance-
suspect my client would be happy to trade the elevator for the laundry room, for example, if we got the
So that
building
would put you back at
at 20 feet.
at
for-
20
Maybe you
feet
could
for
at
everything.
least get
18.
that elevator in line with
Yeah, I think that we could do that. If
That's a
that's-
pretty small adjustment that could be made.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I agree. If that's
So you
compelling
get the
for the board.
functionality of the media room and the bedroom, you might lose a closet
Right,
or a laundry or
Mhm.
one bathroom, but at least it's not
all
going
right,
to
well,
jut
we
out.
could certainly take, I'm almost certain that we could do that, so.
What's the side yard now, Jim?
The side yard is
On that side?
33 feet on that side,
On that side,
Right.
you were looking to go to 20
20.
feet.
yeah. And it's, if screening were of interest, I'm sure that we could provide that.
What do you think of this?
Although there's some pretty good screening there already
I'm
with the
okay
property to the
they do
north,
that.
to the west.
Tony was suggesting.
Mhm.
Jim, couple of things. At the last time that we met on this application, we spoke about a shed that's on the property.
Right.
Now, you have a new survey showing that shed?
I thought we had done that, but let me look.
You have the shed on it?
No.
You have the shed.
I do vaguely remember that discussion.
Because that certainly would affect the lot coverage here, which.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna remove it.
Well, you have to show us something.
Yeah, I missed that, so I
Yeah.
apologize. But
Now,
obviously, I'm gonna go back and redraw a little bit with the elevator.
the shed, do we know the size?
I'm drawing a blank. My recollection is that we were gonna remove it, but it's just a recollection.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
shed not on the survey, though.
There's no shed on this survey, that's correct.
No.
Now, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, that survey was done in June of last year. That
Yep.
shed appeared, to me, it looked like it'd been there for quite a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember having this discussion.
Right.
I'm blanking on the resolution. I'm certain that we resolved it in some fashion.
Yeah.
And it will not be resolved in a manner that would increase what we're looking for, coverage-wise. If we do move the elevator tower in a little bit, that will take the lot coverage down a click as well, so.
Joe, where's the shed?
Oh, it's right on the property line on the west side.
Northwest side.
How come I don't have that?
Now, this side yard, where you required for a 30-foot side yard.
Yep.
That's it?
I think so.
You're proposing a 20 now.
Mhm.
That's really substantial.
Yeah, it does look like it.
Well, it is, except in the context of the 65 feet on the other side. If you look at the total impact, we're way over what the
Yeah, 'cause there's-
total side yard is. I grant you that this is certainly close, and it's 10 feet closer than what's permitted.
No,
Um,
it is. This is the
But again,
line. It's like
what's driving this is the wetlands that are impacting us that aren't impacting most of our neighbors.
Now, I see that that's your primary argument is the wetlands and
Yeah.
the buildable portion of the property. Now, in my guess, I would say 20% of this village is, under the same conditions, whether you're on Dune Road, whether you're in still waters, in those areas. We don't really, I haven't heard that argument.
I've articulated it many times over my time in front of the board,
But
and
if you
and that
articulate-
sometimes you found it compelling, so.
Well,
But
you
you're
don't-
just not finding it compelling this time, so.
Well, we don't have any paperwork on that.
All right, well, I'm happy to provide examples of that.
Yeah, I don't recall,
Okay.
giving relief, for that reason.
Okay. I will endeavor to find some cases demonstrating that as well.
I mean, you're starting off, right from the get-go with 22% lot coverage.
Right.
Something that's overbuilt, on the property right from the get-go.
Right.
And now, adding to that,
Mhm.
that's a big ask.
Well, it's not a big addition. It's a small addition.
Relatively speaking.
Relatively small.
Relative to the
Yeah.
house, it's a big, but 500 and some odd feet is not tiny.
No, I'm not saying it's tight, but it is representative of the style of living people want.
Well,
Who
a
come
lot
here,
of people
so.
want a style of living. I want a better style of living too, but there are limitations.
There are. One of them is I can't afford it, but
Well, whatever, it's a limitation.
I understand. But I will come back with some information about wetland related area variances.
Yeah,
that
and
you've,
also the shed.
Yeah,
'cause
I think,
the
I'm gonna have to find out, but my vague recollection is that we were gonna remove it,
Mine too.
so.
It's been a while since we've been here with this.
Me too.
application, right? Yeah, so
Me too.
I think that's good. We were getting this refreshed and so we
Yes.
can move forward with it.
Okay,
Okay?
The other thing is essential here is some of the community opposition. I mean, there are, some community,
there was a
Re-
person who
residents.
came and opposed, yes.
there are about 2 or 3.
Well, there was only one that came to a meeting and there's only one that wrote to you.
Okay.
And I'm not sure that she actually lives there anymore, but
I
she may
remember
have given
one.
up.
One
And she's
came.
kind of,
She came
um,
twice, but it's probably-
with the landscaping that's in place on her property and our property, I don't even think she would see
Mhm.
this addition. So I don't know how that would impact her individually. But I think I wore her out by how long this has been pending. Kidding.
Jim, do you remember when we originally brought this application in? I know I could look it up, but do you know off the top of your head?
Yeah, I can, yeah, give me a second.
I mean, I know I could go back and find out. It just seems like it's been a while, so I'm glad we had this time to start from scratch with it.
I think it was May 28th.
May 28th?
I think so.
I think
So
I was,
actually 1 year ago?
I was first here on,
It's actually a year ago, yeah.
I was first here on July 17th, 2025. The application was probably filed a month before that. So.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
with a little luck, we won't get beyond its 1 year anniversary. But, we'll probably need at least the 1 year anniversary
Okay.
to resolve this.
Okay, I don't have any other questions for you right now. I do want to see if that shed is going to stay there and it has to be calculated in. I
Yeah,
wanna
no,
see that on the
it's,
survey and-
It, based on where we are, I think to reintroduce that shed would be a mistake on my part, so.
Yeah, I don't
it's-
disagree with you,
yeah.
but I mean, we need this.
So I think that we can assume that if it's not gone already, that it will be gone.
Mhm.
And
Great.
it will be gone, so you can go see that it's not there anymore, so.
All righty. You guys have anything else?
No.
Joe,
No.
you folks have any comment on this app? No? Okay, so, Jim, if you don't have anything else for us tonight, I'd like to make a motion to hold it over.
Please.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to hold this over for all purposes.
Second.
Second by Dan, all in favor? All right, thank
Thank you.
you.
The next one on the agenda, Hunt. I was talking to Megan, if we could just put that over for 2 months.
Yeah, do we have
the-
something happen with the
The,
trustees?
the
that you were
village
before?
had a public hearing on a local law that will allow most but not all of what we were looking for here. Anyway, they've had to submit it to the Suffolk Planning Commission, and I believe they're waiting for a response from the Suffolk Planning Commission before they can adopt the new local law. In the meantime, my client has redesigned the project to match what we believe will be the local law that they're going to adopt.
So then you wouldn't even need to be
So
before the zoning.
we
board.
won't need zoning relief if the village proceeds in the manner that they appear to be proceeding.
Are you trying to put us out of business, Jim?
No.
Okay.
We told you to do that, didn't we?
Yeah, you did actually.
Didn't we say, somebody on the board said, that sounds like a trustee issue. and
Yes.
I remember
You
that.
did what you
Yes.
were told, so.
Yeah, I
right.
listened, and the trustees listened to me, and we should be able to resolve that. But I don't want to take it off of this calendar until
I understand.
I
So
know that.
we're in May. You want to hold it open until July or?
Yeah, I
till
think if we
August?
could hold it until July, by then, I think the village will have heard back and will have adopted. And if that happens ahead of that meeting, I'll certainly contact Megan and take it off the calendar.
Great.
Okay?
Okay, so I'll make a motion. We hold this over until our July meeting. I have a second by Jim. All in favor? You guys good? All right.
Thank you very much.
July. Good night.
Good night.
Have a good weekend, Jim. And we'll see him around. Huh? All righty. Donald Meyer, 129 Point Road. Applicant seeks variances from 19710E to construct a second-story addition with a proposed height of 3125 feet when the means of the mean sea level, where the maximum permitted is 30.5. And from 19734A5 for proposed habitable floor area of 29.1% of the lot area where the maximum permitted is 20%. Good evening, or still good afternoon. Hello
Good
again.
afternoon. My name's Don Meyer. This is Ron Villano, my architect. Just to refresh your memory, last time we were here, we proposed a 29% variance
Mhm.
and a small height variance. And after our discussion, we took it under advisement to lower that. So our new plans reflect that we have thrown out the height requirement. So
Okay, that's what we
we're
dis-
now going to fit within the height requirement.
Mhm.
And we're lowering our square footage to 25%. 25.1?
Yeah, we dropped it a lot.
So now we're down to 25.1%.
Now,
the
that's not the lot
reasoning
coverage,
we-
right? That's the habitable
GFA.
space.
GFA.
Total GFA.
Lot coverage, we're okay,
Yeah.
Lot coverage is
because we're not changing anything there. Our original reasoning for the 29% was our next door neighbor, the Shanleys at 139 Point Road, which you guys recently voted on. You gave them a 29% variance, so we were just thinking that, okay, 29%, we're gonna go for that as well. But you didn't seem to like that too much when we last spoke, so under your advisement, I would guess, we lowered the height and lowered the GFA. Obviously, it has no environmental impact because we're staying on the same footprint and the same pilings and everything
Mhm.
like that. And that's
You're
pretty
just
much
going
it.
up, that's how I.
Yeah, we're just trying to add one bedroom, my mother's in
Mhm.
her 80s now, and my sister and I are going to be taking turns taking care of her, and so we're short a bedroom, and we needed a bedroom desperately and pretty quickly, unfortunately, but that's basically it, I think.
Now, can you explain to us how you got down, got down to 25.1 or
we
3?
extremely,
Well-
we shrunk down the whole second floor. So
Yeah.
now it's
We
small
we
bedroom,
just
small
compressed,
bathroom.
we originally wanted an office up there as
Right.
well for myself. And, you guys didn't seem to like the 29%, which I don't understand really, because now I have an 1,800 square foot house in front of my kitchen window
Mhm.
on a smaller lot that you granted 29% to. And, the vibe I got
Yeah, I
last
think
time
that
I
with
was
that-
here, that wasn't gonna fly, so I took that under
That-
advisement and compressed it and just got rid of the office
Mhm.
in order to try to make this as easy as possible. We don't wanna try to, make a stink about the whole thing, and
Now, what's the existing elevation of that first habitable floor compared to what's proposed?
Height of the house,
Not the height, the first floor. The elevation.
it's an elevated house, as you know, on
yeah,
stilts,
we're,
so
we're 8 feet up.
it's not changing, that's just saying.
It shows 9 on you're 8 feet now and you're going to 9.
No, it's staying exactly as it is.
No, it's
First
staying
floor's
exactly
staying.
the same.
Oh, it is,
So
okay,
I'm not
that's-
sure if it's 8 or 9. It looks
that's-
like an 8-foot ceiling
That's
downstairs
my
to me.
question, okay.
No, the existing house is staying as is, except for the first floor footprint is only getting bigger over the existing deck. So
Right.
the footprint of the house, the overall footprint is staying the same.
Right,
And then we're expanding at the second floor, very small. It's a very small addition now.
right,
But we fit it, we came down to 25.1. So,
right.
and we followed Brad's direction as well. We've been going over this with him, back and forth. So, these guys cut a lot out of the plan that they had, a
Mhm.
nice functional plan that, whatever,
Yeah.
but they're working with you.
Now, you understand since it's an addition
Correct.
with, pre-existing lot coverage and pre-existing, side yards, and
All the yards stay the same. All
Everything
setbacks
stays the same.
That since it's, since it's pre-existing and you are, and it's an addition, and you're only adding that second floor, that you're still gonna be using that first floor to add on to. You understand what I mean? I mean, that first floor is not gonna come down and start from scratch.
No, it's
No.
staying as it is.
Right, yeah, okay,
All the,
okay,
Joe, you mean, are you asking them if they're gonna take the house down and start
Yes.
all over again?
Right.
no.
No.
right. No, I understand that, but I just wanna make it clear that, in some cases, contractors come in.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
know,
and
and
also-
I,
oh,
I
yeah,
understand
yeah,
what
yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah,
No,
and
that
they-
is not the
Yeah.
case here
they say, well,
whatsoever.
this is-
Yeah, okay, we'll keep one,
I don't think they wanna spend that
one
much.
wall
Yeah,
and
yeah.
redo the whole house.
Yeah, that's,
No.
Yeah,
as long as
No,
it's
I
up
can't
up
afford
front,
that.
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
only
no,
last
they
year.
don't want it. They don't want it.
okay,
They're different neighborhoods.
yeah. So you've tried everything to, to shrink it down.
Oh, we did.
That's
We
that's
did,
all I
okay.
can do.
They shrunk it down from the 29.1 they wanted to 25. So that's a lot of cutting.
Yep.
And when you talk about the 29 on the house next door,
Yes.
we didn't address that for some reason. I don't think that was in our variance.
Well, there were a lot of givebacks on that you
Mhm.
might not have seen. Every situation is different. The
It doesn't
advantage.
change my view.
Well, the
Right, yeah,
advantage,
I
the
get it.
It
advantage.
actually makes my view worse if they didn't shrink it and go all the way up,
Well,
So-
don't forget in your case. I mean, you have something that is pre-existing at a 25%, lot coverage, where you should be 20%, by rights, in today's world. So you have an advantage of that, number one, and number two, you're able to use that advantage to put your second floor on. So that's a big advantage that you have, in addition to your front yard, which I believe you need, what is it, 15 or 20 to have 10?
Yeah.
So,
15.3.
yeah, so you have a lot of advantages that you're working with.
Pre-existing conditions.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So I wouldn't feel too bad.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm fine. We're all happy.
Yeah, right.
Happy for my neighbors and happy
Uh-huh.
for us. That's all good,
Well, that is, I took some pictures of that too. Mm-hmm. I think I took a picture of that too. Or maybe not. I was there going to take some photos. But we've all been there. We all know. You see what that modular house looks like next to him.
Yeah.
So I don't have
Yeah,
I
I should
don't
get
have
some
anything-
extra just for that.
what's that?
I'm kidding.
So I don't have anything else for you, Don. I don't know. You guys have anything else you want to add to this? Tony, you have anything on this one? I know you're with
Just one
them.
variance, right?
Huh?
Where at this point, I just want to make the record clear. You eliminated the height variance.
Yep.
And you reduced the habitable floor area variance to 25.10%.
Correct.
Okay,
Fair enough.
I think, and just to clarify, I did double check the outside work that's being done next to you.
Yeah.
From Memorial Day to July 1st, the restriction is for the weekends. And then
Just
after
the
July,
weekends?
no weekends, and after July 1st, nothing can be done outside the house.
I'm not complaining about it.
No, I
It's
know, but
just,
I just
mean,
wanted
the
to
trucks
clarify.
down there because there's like no space to begin with.
I
and
saw it today.
They
I
had
understand what you're
4
talking about.
different contractors there, each with 2 or 3 trucks. It was literally like 20 trucks. You couldn't move.
Yeah.
Well, wait a couple of years until everyone else starts, starts, their renovations and what have you.
Yeah.
It'll get worse.
Well,
That's what we're trying to control is, the overbuilding.
Yeah,
Okay.
I get it.
There's one- there's
I've
one-
been here for 55 years down
You
there,
know, so there's
down
one-
there on Pond Point, and I've seen it all.
Right,
I mean,
there's
this
one
is-
way in,
yeah,
there's one way out. It's,
mm-hmm.
100%.
water
yeah.
conditions that you deal with, and
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But we love it down there.
a special place.
It's our spot.
Great spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Really good spot. So I don't have anything else for you, gentlemen.
Awesome.
Board, everybody's okay with it?
Yep.
So if we're all okay, I'd like to make a motion. We go ahead and close this hearing for its
Second.
decision. Second by Joe, all in favor?
Aye.
We're- Okay, thank you
Okay,
very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you, good luck.
Have a great, have a good weekend.
Sure.
What is
I'll
that?
pass them down.
Updated surveys.
Now, the last things on the agenda are all for the parking moratoriums, which we're not doing anything with. They're all being held over ad infinitum until it's resolved, right? What is- You want one of these?
What is it?
Just a new survey thing.
Is this just a smaller version of it?
Mhm,
'Cause I thought we got this giant set.
mhm.
I'll take one. Since I have to write the
Yeah,
decision.
you have the right decision, yeah. Okay, if we're all set, I'll make a motion that we go ahead and close our hearing for tonight. Jim is seconding, and then we're all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're out.